Hi, Year 7. First of all, let me start by saying how fantastic you've all been, and please don't worry or panic in any way about this assessment that you're going to do. Okay? Other than learning to code, we should have done some ICT skills. Now, because of the staggered start to the year and missed Mondays and the Queen passing away, I'm not sure how much each of you have covered in this, what I'm going to cover now, but you should have covered most of it. Right, so to help you revise for the exam, you learned how to log on to the network and create a folder. Okay, so that's this. And in doing that, you learned about how to give a folder a good name, like computing, like ICT skills, French, German, whatever. So whenever you save a document into your My Documents, you must always save it into a folder. Right, and then we went on to open a Word document. And we didn't save it as just a Word document. We saved it as something called an RTF document, which stands for Rich Text Format. The reason we did that because a Word document can only be opened by a Word application. But if you wanted to use your script that you typed in a different application like PowerPoint or a different word processing package, you can open it if it's saved as rich text format. The other thing we learned about Word was why do we put things in the header? So if you double click at the top of the page, you get the header. Here I've written assessment week. I could put my name in there or my class. Okay. So why not just write that on the page? The reason we put stuff in the header is because when you come to print out your document, you will see that it appears in every page. So when lots of things are coming out of the printer, you will know which ones are yours. Okay. And then we learned how to import that Word document into PowerPoint. And that was really easy. We just opened PowerPoint. We went to File Open and found our RTF document and opened it in Microsoft PowerPoint. And then we did this, and those of you who did this with me did it absolutely fantastic. But if you didn't, I'm just going to quickly go through with you what you have to do to be able to do this. And this last skill, I know we definitely didn't do with every group. So you will have a chance to pick up some extra points in your practical exam if you want to have a go at doing this without me having shown you before this time. So what we did was we went to our email account, and to get to your email account you had to go onto Office 365, then go to Outlook, which is your email account. Once you are in Outlook, you go to New Email, and it says From. Then the to box is who you are sending this email to. So if your tutor was Mr. Elston, you start typing Elston, or you could type, if you know their first name, it will find them quicker. At the CC box is what we call carbon copy, which means it sends a copy of the email to another person who it's not addressed to. So it's just for their information. So I asked you to CC it to me. And the BCC box stands for blank carbon copy. And that means I want to send this email to somebody else, but it won't show up in the people it's been sent to. So if I wanted to send an email to Mr. Elston, but I also wanted to send it to your parent and them not to, Mr. Elston not to know that I'd sent it to them, then I would put their name in the BCC box. Okay. Then we talked about the subject line. And you must always give your email a very good subject so we know exactly what's in the email. So if I was to call it My Progress in Computing, then we know exactly what the email is about when I see it in my inbox. I did ask you all to put your class name in front of the email. Now, this is not something you'll be asked to do all the time, but I ask you to do it so I know straight away this email is from 7x2. Now, you do not need to include your name in the subject line because that's already attached to the email when I get it. So never need to put your name in the email subject line. Then we went on to saying how to write the message. So to or dear Mr. Elston, comma, new line. You don't use any kind of shortened language. You write it as if you were writing a nice letter. And then the final thing I asked you to do, for those who did it, was to take a snippet of your digital exercise book and add it to the email. So to do that, I click on the Start button, and just like if you were taking a snippet to put in your digital exercise book, you just start typing SN, and there it is already, snipping tool. So rather than search for it, by scrolling up and down, we can just type in the program we want to find. Then we say, well, before we say new, what is it I want to snip? Your digital exercise book, and I'm going to say new. Hold my mouse down and drag. And we didn't get onto attaching an image to an email, but we did do pasting. So if I go back to my email, I just realized Control V works, but right click paste doesn't. Okay, and then you are ready to send your email. If you want to have a go at this in the practical session that we're going to do, please feel free to get your parents, ask your parents for their email, and you can CC your work to them as well. Okay, good luck with all your exams, and last of all, please don't panic.